Hello YouTube, this is Akita Hiro here. No. Hello YouTube, this is Akita Hiro here, bringing you my gameplay review of DMC Devil May Cry for the Xbox 360. I got it for the Xbox because I own an Xbox. I don't have a PS3. Oh well. Anyway, this is going to be my review of DMC Devil May Cry. First of all, yes, like many other DMC fans, this game put me off. I flat out refused to play it at first. That was, of course, until was it the 2012 E3? I'm not sure which E3 it was, but they released some more trailers and some gameplay footage, which got me slightly interested. It was the initial trailer, the announcement trailer, that really put me off completely. It made him look a bit too emo and gave him this smoking habit and whatever. Which, why? Dante don't smoke. Come on, it's Dante, for fuck's sake. Anyway. And then they released some more trailers and that got me interested, and then they go and release the demo. I played the demo. I really enjoyed the demo. I played it a lot. I mean, at least twice or three times a day until I got hold of the game, pretty much. I mean, I bought it day release. That was yesterday now. But I was playing it couple of days beforehand. I wanted to do my review then, but I thought it'd be a little unfair, you know. I mean, the game ain't even out yet, so why would I review it? Anyway, I want to start this off by talking a little bit about the history of Devil May Cry. The first one came out on the PS2 back in 2001. Now, that's quite a ways back now. Yeah. Then followed by number 2 in 2003, number 3 in 2005. I'm not too sure when the special edition came out of number 3, and Devil May Cry 4 in 2008. Weren't the best DMC game, but it's better than 2. It's not as good as 1 or 3, to be honest. 1's my favourite because of the story in 1 is just phenomenal. 3 is amazing, the gameplay is fantastic. 4, the gameplay is even better, but I just didn't like Nero. That's my quarrel with 4, but anyway, this is on about DMC, the reboot. They originally announced it in 2010. Why they decided to do a reboot so soon? I mean, that was only like maybe a year and a half, 2 years after Devil May Cry 4. I don't see why they would do a reboot, to be honest. Maybe they didn't have much faith in the game series, the way it was going. I don't know. For now though, I'm just going to take you over to the main menu, go through the options, and have a look, see how that looks, okay? Okay, here we are in the main menu, and as you can see here, we have continue from where I have already been playing the game. Normally you would have new game there, and missions would be blurred out. Well, not blurred out, but darkened, because you couldn't select it if you hadn't started the game already. But we have missions, continue, missions, secret missions, where you can replay any of the secret missions that you have already finished or unlocked. I'm not sure because I haven't done that. I've only completed them when I get to them. So there's that. That's pretty nifty. You do get red orbs for completing them. Not a whole lot, but there's that. Then you have training, where it's just they put an enemy in front of you that won't guard, won't do anything basically. He'll just stand there and you can just practice your moves on him. I guess it's handy, but I don't use it. If I wanted to practice something, I would just do it in the game itself. Here we have the extras menu. Let me go into that. We have the leaderboards, where you can check your current leaderboard for, well, your ranking for each mission and how you do worldwide ranks, I have to admit, I've got a few quite high ones. I've got a couple, I think, that are top place, which I'm pretty impressed about. Here we have stats, which I haven't actually looked at, but yeah, just tell your stats and how much you've played on each mission and whatever. Your achievements, which are your trophies if you're on the PlayStation 3. Your achievement guide, basically. There are certain achievements where you have to kill, I think it's 100 enemies, then I think it's 500, then 1,000, and then the last one is 5,000, if I remember right. I quite haven't hit that much yet. I've gotten the 1,000 one, but I haven't got the 5,000 one, and it keeps track of how many enemies you have killed and how close you are to getting the achievements. Here you have the concept art, where you unlock concept art by killing so many of a certain enemy or various different things. The replay intro sequence, which when you start a new game it shows an intro sequence. Yeah, big surprise. But it won't replay that intro sequence when you play mission 1 again, so you can replay that if you wanted to watch it again. You have the credits, which you all know are the credits. Enterprise code. This has to do with an iOS or Android app called Eye of Dante, if I remember right, where, from what I've read of it and seen of the trailer, you can take photos and, I don't know, it kind of warps like any writing or logos that are in the picture, and you earn a certain amount of points that you can redeem for red orbs. I haven't tried it myself, but I don't really want to, so yeah, I've got a better method of getting red orbs, which I'm going to show you soon enough. The options menu, which I'm pretty sure you're all waiting for me to cover. Here we have the options to turn on or off tutorials. I have them turned off because I don't need them on. And here we have controls, which these are the default settings, which are the same custom, the same as default, but you have the ability to custom them to any buttons you wish. For instance, devil trigger would be right analog stick and left analog stick pushed in. I don't like that. I hate that, in fact. So what I do, I change that to the left bumper, or left button, sorry. Because you only need one button to evade, not two. Only one is needed to evade. So I change that devil trigger to the left button, so that's a lot easier to pull off. I don't have to push in the analog sticks. I know they're not hard to push them both in, but it's kind of unnecessary. And I'm going to be covering soon enough anyway, but as you can see, there is no button to lock onto enemies. This is an auto-lock game. I'm going to go over the pros and cons to that in a little bit, don't you worry. Alright, on with the options. We have vibration, which I have turned on. Invert camera X and Y axis, which, who the hell uses inverted cameras, to be honest? You have a select storage device, which is just where you save your game to, I guess. Gamma, which is, as you can see, kind of like brightness and color profundity sort of thing. I have it turned up a little bit because I quite like it bright and colorful. And at the moment, since I'm not plugged into HD, I'm only plugged into via composite to actually do the recording, I kind of have to turn it up a little bit anyway because it's a little dark on the recording. We have mute all, where you can just mute all sounds. I don't know why you'd want to do that. You can alter your music and your sound effects, which you won't tell because it's not recording audio at the moment. I'll explain why, don't worry. And you have your subtitles option, which I always have turned on. Make sure you turn that on, because there are some nice little wee things that you don't want to miss in this game. And just in case you don't hear it, you can at least read it. And that's it for that. We have Xbox Live Marketplace, which I don't think there's anything there quite yet. Anyway, that's it for the main menu. Now I'm going to go and draw a little bit into combat and the combat system. To do this, I'm just going to go into training, because I'm not going to go into a mission and spoil anything in case, you know, I might get some complaints. But who cares? I'm just going to go into training. That way I could just show you the basis of the combat style of the game. Loading screen is always the same, by the way. And here we have the training menu, where you have, what the hell does that do? Oh yeah, you can sort of filter through your attacks there with the different kind of weapons and stuff, but there isn't much point. Here you have, like I said, an immortal enemy that will not leave you alone. Anyway, you have your basic rebellion, which that's in every game. Ebony and Ivory, slightly different looking, but they're around. You have what's called a demon weapon. By holding down the right trigger, or R2, you can change into this, which are slow but heavy attacks. As you can see, they're quite devastating. And by holding in the right trigger, you have what's called an angel blade, which originally looks like a scythe, which are faster but weaker attacks that can attack multiple enemies with its swings. And not just that, with each weapon comes with a new type of whip. The angel weapon draws you into enemies, and the demon one pulls enemies towards you. Like, for instance, I'm in the air, I want the enemy in the air, like that. Pretty standard. Then you have things like your ability to charge up your guns, which then looks weird there, but what it actually does is it ricochets off enemies and hits other enemies. It won't show up in the demo in this training, but by pressing on the D-pad, you can change your weapons. There are different weapons to unlock in this game. I'm not going to show any because, spoilers, some people will complain. But hey, and there's also the obvious, which you can devil trigger, but I can't seem to because it's in training. Which does, basically, when you devil trigger, you send enemies flying into the air, and it slows down time as well. While they're in the air, sorry, not all the time. Just while they're in the air, it slows them down so that you can go up there, do whatever. But there's also a con to that. Because it sends them in the air, you have to go into the air after them. If you're not prepared, you're going to lose a few seconds of devil trigger, which is annoying. But using these methods like this, things like that, you can always gain like sort of like an infinite amount of time in the air, if you can pull it off, which I did not. There's also the classic drive ability, which is usually very crap in Devil May Cry, but it's actually really good in this one. Anyway, like I was telling you before, since there is no lock-on button, it's auto-lock, meaning no matter where I am, he will lock onto the enemy and attack him, unless I point in a different direction, like so. But that means you don't know exactly who you're locked onto. So you're going to attack the closest target. Say for instance there are two targets, one here, one over there that is shooting at me. If I want to go over there and hit him, if I wanted to hit him, I have to move past this guy to hit him. I can't just shift, my trigger. Well, you can, but you don't quite know who you're looking at, because when you press the left analog stick in, it changes your target of attack. Chaining attacks like this is pretty nifty. Not that, obviously. Oh. And by the by, getting a S rank is way too easy in this game. That alone will get you an S rank if you hit, I say, about 3 enemies. Maintaining a triple S in this game is beyond easy. You know what? I'm going to cut into a part in the actual game and show you how easy it is to get a triple S. See what I mean there? One attack basically got me to an S rank. Then I get hit. Alright. You see what I mean there? I was on an A and I go ahead and get a double S from one attack. Now I've got a triple S from just doing that same attack. And there was quite a gap in between. Basically, until you get hit, your combo will always remain the same. Right. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm on Dante Must Die mode at the moment, because I tried this on an easy difficulty and enemies just died way too quickly. I thought I'd mention that because the enemy waves are a lot different on this mode. Is he not dead yet? Damn it. There we go. Ow. Alright, here's double trigger. You see what I mean by it sends them up into the air? Of course it is useful because of that. But like I said, if you're not prepared for that, like I know I wasn't first time I played, it really messes you up and you end up losing a few seconds. I've even lost my entire double trigger because of that. But anyway, that's the combat system for DMC. And next up I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual storyline of the game. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers, don't you worry about that. I'm just going to give out some basics and my opinions on the game, basically. Alright now. Okay, now that we've dealt with the main menu and options and going through all that, I do really like the way that you can bind your keys. That's amazing. And the combat system, that's quite fluid, it's quite solid, it's really nice. Now let's talk about the story of the game. Like I said, I'm not going to release any spoilers. Do not worry, I will not say this guy is the final boss or such and such happens. Nah. I don't like when people spoil games for me. Why would I do the same? Basically, it's the same old thing. You know, Mundus is trying to rule the world. Dante stands up to fight him. He's a little rough around the edges. He isn't the quite same old Dante. I mean, he still has his quirky moments.
You don't look a day over 12,000. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
bit sarcastic, a little too serious, to be honest, for Dante. I mean, Dante's a serious guy, but he doesn't show it. He's arrogant all the time. He's just, yeah, but that is his style. That is Dante. Anyway, I'm glad that they kept the way the final boss is, to be honest, and the way the game ends. I'm not going to say how because I don't want to spoil it, but those who have done that, you have to agree with me. The way the game ends is phenomenal. I mean, the ending itself is a bit open for another game, possibly, but the way it was handled is amazing. Character development near the end is, yes, nothing more to be said about it. It's fantastic. The story was actually the biggest concern I had with this game, because I knew the gameplay was solid. It's a Devil May Cry game. I played the demo. I knew the gameplay was solid. There was never going to be a problem with the gameplay. It was the story that really would have gotten me. But it's quite solid. It's quite fluid. It's really good. I liked it, considering, I mean, it's not my favourite Devil May Cry. It's better than 2. Probably better than 4, to be honest. Because, I don't know, 4 is good, but it's not better than 1 or 3. No way. No way better than 1 or 3. I'm glad they didn't call it Devil May Cry 5, because that would have pissed me off. This is not a Devil May Cry game, to be honest. It's a standalone game. It's not a part of the series. It's a complete reboot. Some people have been saying, well, not saying, they've been asking, is it a prequel to the third one? No. No, it's a complete reboot. It's made by someone else, for fuck's sake. I mean, it's got Capcom stamped right there. But there's the old Ninja Theory sticker there. And Ninja Theory is basically all over this. I don't know what Capcom even dealt with the game, to be honest. I just know they handed it off to Ninja Theory. They fucked it up. But they may have messed around with Dante's look, which they redeem it. And there's this little fan service quirk in Mission 1. It's amazing. It put a smile on my face. Just remembering it makes me smile. Virgil. Amazing. I mean, the way they handled Virgil and even his look is phenomenal. I really liked it. Does not beat his original trench coat in number 3. Doesn't beat that. But it's a good coat. It looks really nice. It's amazing. His character's really good. He's a good guy, but has like a darker side to him. He's more of the bigger picture, like the greater good kind of guy, rather than the good. He's the greater good, like this is necessary to do this, basically. Like, he's the terrorist leader. I'm pretty sure you all know. It's pretty obvious. I think they've even said it in the trailers and such. So that just basically shows that he has quite a deep personality, and so does this Dante. I mean, the way they go into it, there's this one part of the game where they talk about his past, when he was in his childhood and teens and stuff, and that's like, damn. He had one messed up history. But anyway, enough about that. Alright, there is one lot of spoilers in this, which I will tell you now. Skip to the designated point. I will put an annotation up there somewhere or wherever. It's just going to bypass the spoiler, because I'm not going to say what the spoiler is. It's just that there's a mission for easy orbs, basically. There's a certain method I use to easily get orbs, because I'm playing the game on Dante Must Die and Hell mode. Sorry. They are very hard difficulties. I need items, basically. And in missions and after missions, you don't quite get enough orbs to cover your item loss. So I've got a technique I use to just easy orbs really quickly. Again, I'll put the annotation up there now actually. Press it if you don't want to see that at all. Otherwise, enjoy. Alright, we are here. To get these orbs, you have to go to missions and go right down to heaven or hell mode. You can't, as it says there, you have to beat the game on Son of Sparta mode first in order to unlock heaven or hell mode. And to get Son of Sparta, you have to defeat one of these 3 difficulties. That's not too bad, to be honest. But heaven or hell mode, right? First you have to unlock this mode and go down to Last Dance. This mission is a boss mission. So again, I'm going to warn you once again, if you do not want mild spoilers, because I'm going to be skipping the cutscenes anyway, so you won't really see anything there, just skip ahead now. I'll put an annotation up to say where to skip to. But anyway, go down to Last Dance, and not only do you want to unlock this mode, but you also want to have every ability unlocked already. See? You also want to unlock every single ability in the game, because once you unlock the ability, all abilities, sorry, you no longer gain ability points. The little white orbs, you no longer gain them. And in this game, at the end of each chapter, or mission, whatever, you get ability points instead of red orbs. But once you complete all of that, and once you finish collecting all the abilities, and because you no longer need them, they give you red orbs instead of ability points. So let me just go ahead and show you this, and show you my triple S rank, because you're probably going to copy me now as well because of this. On the leaderboards, I should still be position number 1 in the world, because of these 2 abilities that I used to get these. I will show you them right now, obviously. So if you want to be up there with me, go ahead. Everyone else there has a style rank of about 640 to 600, well, there, 635, 640. I've got over 1,000 ability style points. There might be a better way, I'm not sure, but if there is, no one's found it yet on Heaven or Hell mode. Because this is so quick of a mission, like I said, 6 seconds. You can get it done, easy. Anyway, let's go ahead and start this mission, shall we? Yep. Like I said, skipping the cutscene. Alright, to do this, use that attack, avoid that. That is the double forward and Y attack. Then you just simply bring her out. And then hold down the Arbiter's B attack. You see that? 1,180 points. God knows how, to be honest. I don't even know how that worked out. Anyway, skip this. And the whole point of that mission isn't for the rank, it's for the orbs at the end of the mission. 7 seconds, so that's actually slower than usual. That's a tiny bit slower. But again, that is what got me the number 1 position. Yeah, you get the mission bonus for getting a triple S is over 1,000 orbs, and the boss bonus is another 1,000 orbs. So that's 2,125 orbs in about 6 to 7 seconds, 6 to 8 seconds at most. And just rinse, repeat, restart mission, do it again. Just do it again. It's that easy. In about, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour I'd done that over and over again, I had about 30,000 red orbs. So that's tons of items. I mean, loads of items, which is very useful because I'm running through on Dante Must Die mode now, and you just need items for that mission, for them levels. Sorry, unless you're very good at the game. I am not very good. I mean, I'm good, not very good. But anyway, on to my final verdict and rating for this game. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was really easy to do, really. If you want to do that, go ahead, feel free. It's beneficial in the long run. But anyway, on to my last point, the rating, what I give the game. And I'll tell you why I give it this. I give it a 8 out of 10, actually. Reasons are, the gameplay is amazing. I mean, it's a little simplified, but it's still really good. It's quite fast paced, it's quite easy to do, it's not as complicated, so it's, as I said, it's really simplified. It's not as hard as the other games. I breezed through Son of Sparta mode, but Dante Must Die mode is giving me a little bit of trouble. But there's that. The graphics are really good. The facial expressions, I love them. The way they were pulled off, the characters, the development, everything, just, it was done really good. Well done, Ninja Theory. Considering they made one game that I actually like, and that is Heavenly Sword. It's a decent game, it's okay, but that is the only game they have made that I personally liked. Everything else, no. But to Capcom, don't carry on with this. To be honest, I like it. Don't carry on with it. Leave it as a standalone game. Go back to old school. Make Dante. Please. Bring back Dante and Nero. There's so much story to do with Nero still. I mean, they had to leave it out of the game. I don't know why they left it out of the game. And they announced it further on down the line, because they're not going to be making anymore, that Nero was Virgil's son from the original series, which, where the hell did that come from? Well, I kind of see it coming, but you know what I mean. There was that. There's the whole Nero's devil arm. Where did that come from? How did he get it? Does it progress? Does it get any more? I don't know. Things like that, you know. They could easily make another game to do with Nero, cover his backstory, put a bit more character in there, but then probably not going to be honest, and that depresses me. But I'm still giving this an 8 out of 10 because it's just an amazing game. I suggest you pick it up if you're a DMC fan, or even if you're new to DMC, really. If you're new to DMC and have never played a hack and slash or anything like that, this is a good game because the easier difficulties are really easy. They are so easy to pick up and learn, basically. I find it really good. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more. I will be let's playing DMC eventually, but at the moment I'm having a bit of technical difficulties recording audio with my capture card. That is why in any of the audio you see in this video, I forgot to mention earlier, any audio you see in this video is because of that. My capture card won't pick up audio. I'm having troubles with that. I'm going to get a mate of mine to look over it who's a bit more technical than I am with computers. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Bye bye for now.